In Japanese culture, the philosophy of the cherry blossom, or sakura, is as deeply rooted as these beautiful trees. Each spring, people flock to the mountains of Japan to watch them bloom. Stateside, you can see these trees putting on quite a show in Washington, D.C. But you may not know you can find the blooming cherry blossom right here in central Illinois. For almost 60 years, the Japan House has been preserving and teaching Japanese culture at the University of Illinois. Its current building was completed in 1998 and is situated inside an arboretum. Kimiko Gunji, Professor Emeritus of Japanese Arts and Culture and the former director of the Japan House, says the trees represent our lives, fleeting, much like the cherry blossom.
It's just like Buddhist concept of impermanence of all things. Things never stays, so everything goes away, comes and goes. So when it's here, you should enjoy things the most. That's very much fragile nature, fragile yet beautiful. So people think even your life might be shorter, so then why not enjoy it?
On the 10th anniversary of the new Japan House, Dr. Genshitsu Sen, a 15th generation tea master, gave the Japan House a very special gift.
He received honorary doctorate degree, and when he came, he walked through the pathway, nothing there. So he kind of said, wouldn't that be nice to have a cherry blossom around this pathway? So I said, yes. But I thought, well, that might be just a talk, right? And then he went home, and soon the International Affairs Office called saying that Dr. Sen would like to send a 50 Yoshino tree, which is one of the very beautiful Japanese cherry blossom tree.
Dr. Sen sent master landscape gardener Katsuo Kubo to design the project and oversee the installation of what would be called Sen Cherry Tree Alley. Each tree was thoughtfully selected by Mr. Kubo and then carefully positioned in keeping with the Japanese cultural belief that, like each human, each tree has a personality uniquely its own. Dr. Sen served in the Japanese Navy in World War II. Post-war, he devoted his life to the philosophy of tea. The UN ambassador has been honored all over the world and just celebrated his 100th birthday in April.
He came to the United States when he was a young man, right after the World War II. And then from there on, his mission is peace through a bowl of tea. You cannot believe he's 100 years old. You all say, well, maybe because he drinks tea every morning, that's why. He went all over the world. And also he donated many house tea rooms. So that's what we have here, 2 tea rooms, donation by him. Based on that, this whole house was built. So it's quite amazing.
Dr. Sen's gifts are a big part of the reason Japan House is still a popular place to visit in central Illinois. The cherry blossom trees he donated 15 years ago are still a main attraction in the gardens of Japan House. Professor Gunji says during cherry blossom season in Japan, the news people tune in for isn't about stocks or the weather. It's all about sakura.
The TV or anything, they say, well, such and such a mountain, it's just about 30% start blooming. Such and such a mountain, maybe 50%. So when they hear like 60%, they drop everything and go to see the beautiful cherry blossom. Because cherry blossom is such a type of the gorgeous flowers, but when it's in a full bloom, tend to start falling down very quickly. Very fragile. So people think that, well, the work can wait, but cherry blossom cannot wait.
In spring of 2023, Central Illinois experienced some roller coaster weather that included some very high and very low temperatures. That affected the blooms, and the delicate flowers that usually blanket the trees were small and scarce.
So whatever outside is secondary thing. And some of the things like this, we cannot control. So instead of saying, oh, we don't have cherry blossom, we cannot do anything. No, you shouldn't be you can think about what you can do with what you have.
Blooms or no blooms, there's a lesson to be learned about the simple beauties in life, ones we often overlook. And there's a word for that.
We have a Japanese word called wabi-sabi, beauty. Brilliant beauty, contrast to that is very quiet, rustic beauty. Wabi-sabi beauty is you find in an old man who aged very wisely. So then his surface of the skin might be wrinkling, but when you start talking, he had wealth of knowledge, right? So that's the beauty of the wabi-sabi.